Hello, my name is Derek from Tomkat Gas Training, and today I'm going to talk about and demonstrate the use of one of these, the flue gas analyzer. First of all, I'd just like to thank Ken Edwards from Anton for loaning us this unit, which is the brand new Evo. Okay, the first thing we're going to do now is turn the unit on by the aid of this button, the on-off enter button. Press and hold for 2 seconds. And the unit comes on. Notice now how on this unit compared to the old unit, the pump does not come on. Okay, now the unit is on, we're now on to the test menu. As you can see, the first one we've got is flue gas analyzer, and that's the one we're going to be using today. To activate this section, just press the middle button and the pump starts. Once we've connected the probes, this unit is now ready to run. Before we use the unit, I just want to demonstrate a few things we do and we don't do with this unit. The first thing is, when we turn it on, we must turn it on in an area where we've got clean air outside. If the customer is a heavy smoker, do not turn this unit on in the house because it could ruin the cells in there. Also, if we've got a lot of heavy traffic at the front of the house, turn it on at the back of the house where there's less chance of it getting polluted. That's the first thing we do. When we're turning it on, make sure we turn it on in clean air. Okay, the next main thing about the unit is we do not leave it in the van overnight, especially in the winter time, because if we do leave it in the van overnight, there is a chance of it freezing and damaging the unit. The next most important thing we need to do is make sure we change this filter on a regular basis. We don't want this filter being wet when we're using the analyzer. It's easy to change. Just pull off the cap after we've turned it, pull the next cap off, and then the filter can be removed. Now on the old Anton unit, we had problems with the bowl filling with water, which was then getting onto the sensors. Anton have now come up with a new patented handle, and the handle now has a way of evaporating most of the water. Not all of the water, but most of the water. This is patent technology, no other analyzer uses this at the moment. One of the things we're going to be demonstrating the use of today is the use of these two probes. These probes are used for flueless fires and cookers. First thing we're going to do is we're going to be demonstrating the use of the probes for boilers. Now we've turned the analyzer on into the correct setting. We've now got it set for flue gas analyzer for the use on boilers. The pump is running, as you can hear. We've connected the sample point tube onto the sample point in the middle, and we've connected the thermometer onto the first socket. We are now ready for running. As you can see, this unit has some nifty magnets on the back which allows it to stick to the front casing of the boiler. Now the boiler is running. The boiler must be running for at least 10 minutes before we decide to take a sample. Good idea would be to gas rate the appliance first before we take any sampling, which will give us that time. This boiler comes with a sample point at the top. We unscrew the sample point. We set our probe stop to about 200 millimeters from the end, and we slide it into the flue. I'm now going to let the analyzer stable and run. As you can see now, the unit is stabilised. We've got a CO reading of 41, a CO2 reading of 9.7, which gives us a ratio of 0.004. We now must check in manufacturer's instructions to see if our CO2 level is correct. But as a guideline, we can see we're under the the ratio level of 0.004. As you can see, there's no moisture in the bowl, so it looks like Anton's new patented handle is doing its job. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the 5-hole probe to be able to sample a flueless fire. We've got the unit on again, we have turned this on outside, we've connected the probe to the middle sample point, we're now ready. The fire must be run for at least 5 minutes, which it is, and according to manufacturer's instructions, we place the probe over the top of the catalytic converter, and we're ready for taking our sample and reading the display. Again, we must let the unit stabilise. As you can see from the screen, we've now stabilised. We've got a CO reading of 1, CO2 reading of 4.3. The ratio is lower than what the screen can go. According to manufacturer's instructions, we're looking at a ratio of less than 0.001. We're well under. For guidelines on the use of flue gas analysers and our readings and CO detectors, then use British Standards 7967. Thank you for watching our video. I hope it's been some use to you on the use of flue gas analysers. For customers, just remember, if you have any engineers round to service, install or repair any gas appliances, they should be using one of these. They also must show competence at the use of a flue gas analyser. They must hold the qualification CPA1, which has been mandatory since April. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you soon. Cheers, bye.